Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Avinash Gupta. He's Vice Chairman at the GJC and joins us live here. Avinash, hi, thank you so much for joining in. First of all, to your sense on silver, because we're trading at a new 14-year highs in the international markets. The time that we took $39 and $40 and $41 an ounce on the higher side as well, with expectations that silver will continue to outperform gold in the very near future. How are you looking at, one, the fundamentals, and is the retail demand continuing strong?
On fundamentals, I can say one thing: the fundamentals are very, very strong for silver, and it is not going to hamper because of all the tariff things and all, because every country is working on the renewable energy and the EVs, on which the major consumption on the industrial side is going to happen for silver. On the demand side, on the jewelry as well as the artifacts and utensils in India is concerned, it is going strong, and with the price rise of silver, it is giving much important aspect to the consumers that this is the metal in which they should be invested in, as jewelry, as artifacts, as utensils also. So I think it is going great for silver this year, and it will continue till the end of the year, because the festivals have just started with Ganpati, and now this 15 days little bit slowness will be there because of the Shraddh Path, but it is going to be great. I'm looking it on a very positive note, Manisha.
All right. Mr. Gupta, would you have a sense on prices from here? Because we have had those forecasts for $42 and $43 and $45 and beyond.
Manisha ji, I have been always a positive guy on silver prices, and by the end of this year, I am looking at $45 minimum, and we may cross the all-time high of $50 by the end of this year. I'm very positive on this. With the Goldman Sachs report coming in, that has given me much more confidence on both the metals, gold and silver. So I think silver should be doing very good.
How are you looking at the silver prices in the Indian markets? Because we've already done 1,25,000 rupees per kg. Are you looking at much more higher gains? And also, what's your sense on silver imports into India this year?
See, silver imports are going on strong. It has already crossed 2,500 tons almost. And I am looking that this trend to continue further also. As far as the price in India is concerned, I am pretty confident about 1,35,000 by Diwali, and it may be roughly around 1,50,000 by the end of the year.
How are you also looking at gold prices, since we have you with us? Because here as well, we are trading at all-time highs in the global markets, $3,600 an ounce done. For the Indian markets, it's 1,08,000 rupees per 10 grams. What kind of price moves are you looking here? And at these levels, is the retail still buying gold?
No, retail definitely it's becoming little slow because of the Pitra Paksh coming in. Festival Ganpati, we have seen a good amount of people coming in and buying jewelry. And on the price front, I can tell you one thing. As far as gold is concerned, the Goldman Sachs report which has come will give a strong push to the bulls to start moving towards the gold thing. Hopefully, we are getting some signals from Trump that he is, on one side, he's saying the relations with India or the tariffs are going to be a little bit eased or something like that. And the second moment, they give a wrong signal. And yesterday, I was seeing a report wherein I saw the report of Russia central bank buying a lot of gold. So the more and more central banks are buying the gold, it is going to be a big positive for gold. And I see gold going up by another 10% by the end of the year is not going to be a big challenge.
Well, it's not just the Goldman Sachs report, Mr. Gupta. It's Bank of America, it is Citi. Almost everybody is talking about very high prices of gold going forward. Goldman Sachs just reiterating what everybody else is saying. But how are you looking at the Indian demand from here? Because at these higher prices, almost everybody is talked about on how the volumes could see a bit of a decline. Is the industry working with lower numbers in this quarter?
See, the domestic industry has started working on lowering the caratage and making the jewelry lighter, because the Indian consumers' pocket size we need to look at. And definitely Indian jewelry industry is working very strongly to align with the pocket-friendly consumer. And Indian consumer is very smart. Indian consumer knows that gold has given the lot of returns to them in the past also, and that is going to keep on giving that. So definitely we are seeing a robust market, but simultaneously, I will tell you one thing: we might see a dip of 10 to 15% in quantity this year.
How are you also looking at the exchange market? Because that is another one that has been buzzing since the time gold prices hit $3,500 an ounce in this year. Have the exchanges gone down, or is it still, would you say, a 50-50 of a market right now?
No, I think exchanges have gone down because the exchanges gone up because of some rumors in the market that gold might go down to 55,000. So at that time, there were exchanges and returns which were coming in, but it has dropped down a lot. So from 50-60% to 25-30% it has come down.
How are you also looking at the Indian exports right now? Because all the exhibitions that we've seen in the Indian markets did give us a very positive cue. But then US being a major market has slowed down considerably. How are the other markets showing in sense of cues and interest in India?
No, I think India is going to be a little bit hit taking from the export tariff which has come from US. But fortunately for us, we have done FTAs with UK. That can be a very huge market for gem and jewelry industry, and especially gold jewelry when I'm talking about. So it is going to be a very new market and very strong market for India, because there is a lot of Indian diaspora in UK also. So I think we will be able to get through in near future, because now we are trying and focusing more on the Middle East regions. Like we have a great business already with UAE. We are trying to open up in Saudi. We are trying to open up in Oman. We are trying to open up the Australian markets. So we have a lot of things to on our platter to work and see that the exports from the gem and jewelry industry grows further and further.
Point taken. Mr. Gupta, thank you so much for joining in. Well, that's a cue coming in for gold and silver. Higher prices anticipated. Volumes, of course, could take a hit, but the value-wise, the numbers are expected firm. But with that, we'll go for a break, come back and talk more market specifics.